Two major decisions are coming this October that could completely change the future of Ripple and XRP. The first involves the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, and the second comes from the office of the Comptroller of the currency. Both decisions are scheduled to happen within weeks of each other, and according to legal expert Bill Morgan, this could make October one of the most important months in Ripple's history. Let's start with the first one, the SEC's decision on XRP exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. Just recently, the SEC delayed its ruling on multiple spot XRP ETFs, including the CoinShares XRP ETF, the Grayscale XRP Trust, and the 21 shares Core XRP ETF. Instead of approving or rejecting them right away, the regulator extended its deadline to late October 2025. This means the SEC will have to make a final decision by that time. No more delays after that. Bill Morgan, a lawyer well known in the XRP community, commented that this decision could be a turning point. If the SEC approves these ETFs, it could bring more institutional money into XRP, creating a much larger market for the token. On the other hand, if the SEC rejects them, it would be another blow for Ripple's ongoing struggle with regulators. Now, let's look at the second decision. This one is just as significant, but comes from a different angle. Ripple has applied for a national bank charter with the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, or OCC. The application was filed on July 2nd, and according to OCC rules, the agency must respond within 120 days. That timeline also puts the decision in late October. If Ripple gets this charter, it would essentially mean Ripple could operate as a federally recognized bank in the United States. This would be a huge leap, giving Ripple not just legitimacy, but also direct access to the banking system. Bill Morgan emphasized that the OCC could approve, reject, or even extend the timeline, but the window of opportunity points to October as the month where we could see a historic outcome. So, both the SEC's ETF ruling and the OCC's bank charter decision are landing at almost the same time. That's why Morgan believes October could be one of the most decisive months in Ripple's journey. But how could all of this impact XRP's price? Financial commentator Zach Rector offered some thoughts. He believes that if the ETFs are approved, we'll likely see an immediate surge in demand for XRP. According to Rector, anticipation for these products could drive buying pressure, potentially pushing XRP's price higher. However, he also warned that once the ETFs actually launch, there might be a short pullback. This is because traders who bought XRP before the decision could sell for quick profits. Still, Rector is confident that this pullback would be temporary. In his view, the long-term effect of ETF inflows would be much bigger. He predicts that consistent institutional investment could push XRP into double-digit territory, possibly reaching $10 or more. This is in line with several other experts in the community who believe ETFs could be the key to unlocking XRP's next big rally. Now, here's where things get really interesting. These two decisions, one about financial products and one about regulatory licensing, are not isolated. They actually complement each other. If the SEC approves XRP ETFs, while the OCC grants Ripple a national bank charter, Ripple would suddenly have both Wall Street legitimacy and Washington approval. That combination could dramatically change how XRP is seen by both investors and traditional financial institutions. Of course, there's always the other side of the coin. If the SEC rejects the ETFs, it could slow down momentum for XRP adoption in the U.S. And if the OCC denies Ripple's bank charter, it might raise further questions about Ripple's ability to fully integrate into the American financial system. In that scenario, October could still be a defining month, but in a negative way. The key here is that Ripple is trying to move from being just a crypto company to being recognized as a core part of the financial system. The ETF applications show demand from investors, while the bank charter shows Ripple's ambition to operate on the same level as traditional banks. Both decisions, positive or negative, will tell us how close Ripple is to achieving that vision. So to sum it up, October is shaping up to be a month of answers. The SEC must decide on XRP ETFs, and the OCC must respond to Ripple's national bank charter application. Bill Morgan is clear that these events could happen almost back-to-back, making it a critical time for Ripple. And as Zach Rector pointed out, the outcomes could have a direct effect on XRP's price, potentially setting the stage for a rally to double digits. The question is simple. Will October bring Ripple closer to mainstream acceptance, or will it highlight the barriers still standing in its way? Either way, the decisions are coming, and the crypto world will be watching closely.